They have places where you go, so the bodyguards must stop here and allow the girls who are back there with them to tell you what was going on. You don't actually see it. I've witnessed some bizarre things in one setting and over the Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, has been spilling tea for years about things that happened behind the scenes and at parties while he was Diddy's bodyguard. Some of the details are as unpleasant as they are disturbing. Gene asserted that while Diddy's bodyguards would not enter certain locations, he would still be able to gather information from the women Diddy would invite. He claimed that while he was with Diddy, he was able to hear what was going on in Diddy's secret parties, but he never saw the sadistic and demonic side of hip-hop because there were places where bodyguards couldn't get in. He claimed that at Diddy's parties, he witnessed men being tricked and enticed by women, only for them to end up in inappropriate situations with white men. He claimed that he had also taken Diddy and his friends to Turkish homes, and he knew exactly what took place, despite the fact that he was not permitted entry. He then picked up a number of items from up here on my left side and dropped them. Okay, he put them in the bag, I thought. As a result, when I passed by there and noticed that the sign said butt plugs, I told AO that I was playing games with him. Gene said in another interview that he went to a store with Diddy and saw Diddy buying himself butt plugs and paying money at the counter to not have his stuff checked. He then stated that he, Diddy, and another company flew in a private jet to North Carolina, where they stayed in a grand hotel. Diddy and the other guy went to the presidential suite together, he said. As a result, this rapper and Diddy shared a room later that afternoon. Following Gene Deal's explanation, the doorbell rang immediately. The presidential suite was where we were. As a result, when I opened the door, the man informed me, "I'm here for my cousin." The intruder attempted to enter the presidential room and claimed to be Ya Rule's cousin. Gene told Ya Rule's cousin that despite being warned, he couldn't enter the room because he had been given clear instructions not to. Even after Gene informed him that Ya Rule and Puffy were busy and desired privacy, Gene claimed that the man outside the door made an effort to sneak into the hotel suite. Gene grabbed the man and slammed him hard into the piano as a result of his arrogant behavior. Puff and Ya Rule fled the rooms when I threw him into the piano. They stripped the foo while Puff grabbed his towel and grabbed his towel. The commotion had caused the two gentlemen to leave their sweetheart naked, holding onto their towels and staring at their confused cousin. Gene Deal continued to open the wormhole. As a result, Ya Rule inquired, "Yo, what's going on?" "Hey Gene, that is my relative." Bodyguard informed Gene when Puffy inquired about what had transpired that he had attempted to enter the room despite John's warning to the contrary. He claimed he attempted to enter the room. He couldn't enter the room, I told him. Puff then turned to Ya, and Ya said, "You don't want to go in that room because there was a lot of freaky-assage going on." Puff then left the room. Gene found the statement about doing freaky things hilarious because he found it hilarious to hear naked men in towels talk about doing freaky things together. Additionally, Gene Deal has not had any trouble describing a tale in which Diddy attempted to dirty Tupac's fiance. The former bodyguard spoke with the Art of Dialogue recently about the East Coast-West Coast rivalry in which everyone was trying to outdo each other. The possibility of meeting each other's women has been discussed by both sides. Deal, on the other hand, talked about an encounter he had with PAC's fiance, whereas Tupac's famously talked about an alleged encounter with one bad boy artist's woman. Deal's story says that Diddy was at an award show hoping to win Producer of the Year when he felt like peeing but was too lazy to actually go to the bathroom. Before putting the picture back on the table, Gene said that Diddy took one of the pictures at their table and urinated in it underneath it. Afterward, 2 bundles beyonce. Diddy began a conversation with Cadett Jones, who is also Quincy Jones' daughter. Cadett Jones came to the table. Before she reached over to the pitiful pitcher and poured herself a glass of ginger pea water, she was conversing with Diddy. Deal said she was going to drink it, but Wolf, another of Diddy's bodyguards, stopped her. Deal confirmed that Diddy and himself were going to let Jones drink out of the pitcher when the interviewer asked him if he and his boss were really going to let Jones drink Diddy's urine. Wolf only intervened because he knew Jones.